Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Abdullah. Can you hear me? Okay. Um, let's just go live. Hello, what's up? Oh, sound level. Is it too low right now? That's weird. It's already at max. How do I increase my sound level? How is this? Is it better? Any better now? Okay, you can hear me. I just boosted it a bit. Does it make any difference though? Okay. Well, I do have my AirPods in, and people did tell me my voice is a bit low with the AirPods in. Okay. Let me know if anything is wrong. But yeah, how are you doing? Are you working on something? I was actually approached by Namecheap. Nice. About the domain, they DM'd me. I explained the situation that gotta change the name servers in Namecheap, but I'm not able to do so. They just asked me this, and I gave them the domain name, but so far no reply. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen next. But I probably gotta end up pay anyway. But I don't know. I'm thinking of just maybe letting it expire. I don't really care about this domain much. Shady. Yeah, it's I was very happy with Namecheap for a long time. I used them for years. but lately I just think they are not really good anymore. Like the name is Namecheap, but I have to pay for most of my domains. I'll pay almost like 20 USD renewal fee, while I bought the domain for like 8. Oh yeah, I noticed too as well. If you go, you might mean this year, right? That's good. But yeah, they are called Namecheap, but it's not so cheap anymore, sadly. So I'm trying to slowly transfer everything to Cloudflare little by little, and it's actually much cheaper because they don't charge any markup on their domains. Yeah, exactly. Bait you with the discounts and mess you up with the renewals. It's actually really weird because some domains I've paid not even €9 on, maybe even just $1, but I still have to pay like 16 or 20 just to renew it right now. So I'm just slowly moving them over. But also another other annoyances by Namecheap is just the dashboard feels so clunky and slow to me. And I get bombarded with emails and notifications by Namecheap. Is really annoying. I should probably look into the notification settings, but a bit too lazy right now. Mm, yeah, was gonna start coding and working on something. I wish I could get a notification every time someone chat in here. But I'm not sure what to work on right now. I had several things in mind. I was looking at this library I started yesterday. What did yes, Media MTX. I was thinking of maybe building a Restream.io alternative. If you don't know what that is, it's like a service that allows you to stream to multiple platforms at the same time from one single RTMP server. So right now I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and X at once. Stream elements. I gotta look into it once. I don't really know what it is. Right now I'm streaming to all platforms at the same time using an OBS plugin. My internet can handle it pretty well, I think. And it's gigabit internet, so. But it would be nice to just do something like restream. Complicated. You mean like implementing this? Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm pretty new to Go, and I was I just glossed over the documentation very fast. It seems like they can proxy RTMP RTMP requests. Can find it somewhere. But yeah, so that's yeah. I'm really not too sure, but I was thinking of maybe writing a simple proof of concept. I also saw that uh, Nginx had an RTMP proxy as well. So I can imagine this is a bit simpler, but I really don't like messing around with Nginx. The configuration is a bit complicated, but it was an idea I had just yesterday actually. But I'm not sure how involved it is in terms of handling video because because I think you just proxy uh, a connection to several other servers, but I'm not too sure. Like I can imagine being bandwidth being a problem. But yeah, it was just an idea I had from the top of my head yesterday. Because I don't think there are any alternatives to this. So I was thinking of maybe making it open source or making it a one-time fee and just give a Docker container, let them host themselves. But actually, what I do want to build on right now, oh, I know Pingora. This pretty cool stuff, but oh, I can copy this. Pretty cool stuff, but I'm not really sure how to make use of this or actually what it is used for. Like I know that they use this for their reverse proxy services, and it's very fast because they outgrew Nginx, which is pretty crazy. Rust framing to build fast, relevant, programmable network systems. HTTP 1 and 2 end-to-end proxy. TLS over OpenSSL. I don't see anything about RTMP, and I'm not sure how easy it would be to bake it into it. But knowing me and my capabilities, I'm not really good at low-level stuff for implementing protocols. So something higher level would be ideal for me. But this is definitely really cool stuff. Just the fact that they built this because Nginx, like the state-of-the-art reverse proxy in terms of speed, that they outgrouped that and had to build their own. That's pretty crazy. Let me see some metrics. Okay. Yeah, man. Like I just started using them not so long ago. Let me see. I think I just have one site on it right now. This one, which is forever work in progress. And it's really easy actually using the platform, and I like how everything is like included in it and very generous free tier. Streaming on X, it's all right. At least they do not leak the stream key anymore. So you actually got to press this right now. Back in the days, if you it was really easy to accidentally leak the stream key. But it's all right, I guess. I did it before, but back then there was no chat and the discoverability was pretty bad. I'm not too sure how it is right now. But as you said, they actually promote you on the right discover side or whatever. So that's really nice actually. They can just see the people just can't find you that way. As for the others, so far I think Twitch and X has been the best ones for me. YouTube has been absolutely useless, so I think I'm just thinking of dropping YouTube completely. I've done a few streams before. Not sure how many, but definitely like about at least 5 hours total. And in those, in that total time of streaming, I had exactly 0 viewers on YouTube. I'm not too sure what the problem is with YouTube, but I think at least what I've heard before is the discoverability for streams is just not really good on YouTube. So yeah, thinking of dropping it and just sticking to Twitch and X. Although everyone knows him by now. I think he solely
In
streams on
2021,
I think he solely streams on YouTube. Don't really know if he has a Twitch account, couldn't find it. But he has pretty good numbers, but I think those are like uh inbound coming from his followers on X. But yeah, I wanted to also. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the thing I guess with a lot of these indie hacker type stuff and is built in public is consistency and just doing a lot, which is like my main sticking point. Not really good on moving fast, and I'm not really good at staying consistent with it. I was actually thinking of just uh quitting entirely. Like I'm gonna go back to school next school year after summer vacation, back to university. And now lately, my reach has been completely dead. I don't know, kind of feeling discouraged from trying. But then I was like, okay, let's just build in public again, literally by streaming and just coding. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of how do I say, like rose tinted glasses, like very romantic. Just build some apps and yeah, the I don't know what it is with the new algorithm. I don't know how people discover what the new algorithm is like. Like how do they figure out so fast that this is the key to staying relevant? But I actually let my X Premium subscription expire to see how good it would be to get reach without it. And it was actually pretty decent for a while, at least for my, relatively speaking, for myself. But since a few days ago, it's been like dead silent, radio silent. The Twitter Blue doesn't do jack for you. I'm not really sure how good it was for me, like how effective it was for me for actually like getting new followers and engagement to my profile. But I think the only thing that it really helped with is promoting my replies to other posts, putting it at the top. I did get a lot of likes that way, and a lot of views. And but honestly, in terms of followers, I don't think so much. But yeah, I don't care about how many people like my comment. I care about how many people go to my profile and press the follow button. So in terms of premium, I don't really know. I'm not really sure how effective it is. And follow for follow, I really don't want to do that. I only follow back accounts that I find interesting. And I try to not go too crazy on follows, not because of like arrogance or whatever. I just genuinely only want to follow accounts that are interesting to me. So past couple of days, I followed 20 new accounts, which is mostly like indie hackers, popular indie hackers. I forgot I would follow them because I want to see more on my timeline about them. But even the For You page is just a bunch of things I really don't care about. Actually, it's decent now. But I used to get like a lot of these engagement farming posts, engagement farming of like what is the account called? Like morbid and just random shit. I've been into movie accounts a bit lately, so I'm getting this that kind of stuff lately. But yeah, A lot of shit is just not relevant at all, and I press the, not interested. I think you mean Product Hunt launch. I do want to launch on Product Hunt sometime, but first for that I really need, to build and finish something. And actually finishing something is my main what's it called in English? Like my main downside. I do purchase sometimes as well, but I feel like people, I feel like, or like maybe worrying that people gonna take it personal. Like I also try to unfollow inactive accounts. If I'm not gonna see you on the For You page, then if I'm not gonna see your content, then what point is there following you? Okay. I was actually watching a Primogen video before streaming about this. There are people who post cringe. I actually unfollowed someone a few weeks ago who I interacted with a lot actually, but I noticed my For You page just started being filled up with engagement farming and rage baiting and just a lot of negativity, and those just like, even though I agree with a lot of that person's takes, I'm still gonna unfollow because of because of the quality and the nature of the content you're putting out. Yeah, I don't really care if people unfollow me or whatever. I more care about getting relevant content. I mean, if people want to unfollow, unfollow, okay. It's not end of the world. But yeah, let's do some coding. So something that I wanted to build for a long time, and I've been planning for a long time, but never really started or got around to it seriously, is a seed box. A seed box or some kind of like app hosting company, app hosting platform. A seed box basically is a server that you use to download and seed torrents. Linux torrents, of course, Linux ISOs. Nothing illegal, wink wink. Uh, Reason being is personal interest, really. I used a seed box myself, like for the first time, like 2 years ago, I think. Eventually, I started working at one company, their sister company, which was in video game servers. Worked there for about 6 months. Bitport.io. Not sure what that is. Never heard of it. Mm. Nice. Download files to a secure cloud anonymously. I've never heard of this. So is this like a thanks to cloud storage, you can access your files from any device with an internet connection, whether it is a computer, smart or tablet. What is this? I have no clue what this is. Even reading all of this. Is it like, is it just cloud storage? No, no HTTPS. Do they not have any more information about like what this is? Hmm. I want to go to my Hetzner account, but I don't accidentally want to leak the what's it called? My IP address. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly go to blank and check if it shows the IP address. Hmm. I'm still here. Okay, I don't know what is going on, but the Hetzner console is not reachable. Okay, there it is. Download torrents in the cloud and download them to your machine. Okay, so it's like some kind of proxy service that allows you to download torrents and store them on a cloud service. Is it on their own cloud service, or do you like get to pick Google Cloud, or I mean Google Drive and OneDrive, that kind of stuff? Okay, so Hetzner does show the IP address. I'm really sure if it's a big issue because I don't have any ports open except for, let me see. Yeah, I don't have the port 80, port 443, and port 6881 open for HTTP, HTTPS, and qubit torrent. Okay, there's SaaS. For some reason, when you chat, when you send a message, the chat doesn't scroll, so I don't see your messages. Like it was here the whole time, and I was checking the whole time there was a new message, but it didn't scroll down automatically. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much what I have right now is for about €7 a month. I have I have this, the cheapest one, has a storage box, so it's like 1 terabyte of storage, and the cheapest. Let me see, the cheapest VPS as well. Add server, and the cheapest VPS as well in the same region that the storage box is, running a Debian ARM64 to get cheaper and double the specs. Yeah, I got this and the storage box connected together with Docker install, and then I pretty much have a torrent client in it, some streaming app, Jellyfin. I don't really use it much, but you can see the demo in it. I've set it up through Cloudflare. And I use tail scale to SSH into it, so no ports are opened, nothing is exposed, which is really nice. So currently use that as my way to torrent, movies or whatever. And I've been using this for quite a while, I think like 3 months now, 4 months. But prior to that, I was using a like a seed box actually built for that kind of stuff. Like here are some companies that I know of where you pay for any of these tiers and you get some resources on it. Like this one gives you 1.5 terabytes of disk space, 2 gigabit per second incoming, 1 gigabit per second outgoing, some memory. Some others are rapid seed box. So here's another one. So you just pay and you get some like monthly data cap, a quota per month, and a disk quota, shared speed, and you can just use it to basically as a server, but for well, I do download torrents directly actually, since we just recently got gigabit internet at home. But in some cases, uh, it's nice to have the VPS. And no, not Jill, but mainly because I only use private trackers, and a rule of private trackers is that you need to maintain positive ratio. So you need to seed more than you leech, that you take. So you got to upload more than you download in simple terms. And with a VPS, it's really easy to just leave it running 24/7, and set up something like auto which is like which you connect to the tracker that you use, and it listens 24/7 to new releases, and then automatically downloads it as fast as possible, or adds it to your torrent client as fast as possible. Then you can like race to be the first one to see that torrent, and build big ratio that way. So it also depends if I need the movie, if I'm gonna travel, then I'll most likely download it on the VPS to just have it accessible everywhere. If I'm at home and I know that I'm gonna watch it on my laptop or on TV at home, I'll just download it directly. Um, so it depends on the tracker, but so if you go beyond a certain threshold, then you get banned pretty much, or you get disabled. Then you can no longer download anymore. So you gotta maintain a positive ratio at all times. And what I did with the one that I use, at least the most, is this one. Um, I built a pretty high ratio, almost 20 terabytes uploaded and about 1 terabyte downloaded. But this is not entirely accurate because of free leech. Free leech is basically, if you download this, it won't count negatively towards your ratio. But as you see, I have like 21.07 ratio, which is pretty high, I guess, and some buffer. So I don't really need to um, think about maintaining ratio on this side, but I also use another one. Not very often, but in this one I don't really have good ratio. It says infinite, but that's because I haven't used this one yet. So that's another one. And also, also depends on if I'm at my dad's house. So I got divorced parents. So if I'm at my dad's house and want to watch a movie, I'll likely use the VPS because he has very slow internet. Well, not very slow, but it's not gigabit either. And also, seeding is not really possible on my dad's internet. I'm not too sure why. I'm not really bothered to figure out why. But actually, lately, I've been thinking about why about this, and I'm thinking of canceling the storage box and just keeping the VPS just to host, normal apps and maybe my own apps, and move everything to my laptop at my dad's. I have my old laptop on my dad's, which I'm using as a home server. It's actually running right now. Uh, and just a few days ago, we got the possibility to get gigabit at my dad's house as well. So that's a deciding factor for canceling the storage box. So yeah, nice. I got a spammer. How do I ban him? Bye. Um, yeah. I don't really worry about using a VPN because I use a private tracker. So I'm not really worried about copyright trolls or people, you know, just those copyright trolls trying to send fines to me or whatever. But a conventional seed box, I don't really use that much anymore, but I still really like the idea of it. So that's where my interest comes from to build my own. And I've already been hosting my own on Hetzner for a while, right? For like 3 months. So I figured why not just build this into a managed service. And I've been into this for longer than 3 months actually. The whole idea actually. So I don't know if there's any background noise. Sorry about that. Can I turn on voice isolation? Hmm, not sure. But yeah, I wanted to show this here. I've actually been planning out this for a while, as you can see. And also the type of hardware I wanna get for my server. I just gotta build it. Actually, I also did well, it's another document, but I was also like comparing prices and stuff. Okay, see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. It was nice talking to you. Then I'm gonna get started on coding actually. Mm. See, there are 7 people. emergency. Okay, take care, man. I hope everything is all right. But see you. Thanks for tuning in. Be right back. Okay. So I see there are 7 viewers. Wait. All right. Let's get started then. Sorry, there's a lot of background noise right now, but I'll turn on some music and I'll mute again until the noise is a bit less. And I see there are 7 people watching. Don't be shy, say hi. Um, this from now on is gonna be mostly, I think, silent stream. I'm just gonna code and check the chat a few times in between, periodically. But yeah, if you want to chat, just say something. I'll mute and I'll talk. Background noise should be a bit better now. Okay. So what you may have noticed is that I'm not using like any of these conventional frameworks like Next.js or Remix or whatever. It's because I think that Astro can do a whole lot actually. I actually had a talk about it in here. Lately I've been talking in here a lot. Really nice. It's a nice server to talk in, just in general. Why can't I find myself? That's weird. Anyway, let's actually send a link to the stream. How do I share? It also seems like the bitrate is not keeping up on Twitch. Oh yeah, it's just like this. Okay. This is also a newly initialized repository. Like fresh. What should I start working on first? Let me think. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I was about to do something. Wait, huh? Oh, Just copying a boilerplate, simple boilerplate that I made before from another project. So I already have a main in here. This is a hello world. Okay. So what should I work on first? So this is gonna be like some kind of dashboard application. Let's actually set some goals for the stream. Let's actually do most important first. So there's a private dashboard. A landing page and documentation. And during the stream, I would like to, let's see, what should I work on first? Is my voice alright, by the way? Like the volume? I think it is. So for this stream, I would like to I think perhaps authentication. Authorization. And should be able to log in, register. Register with username, password, or actually email, password. Furthermore, some kind of social logins like Google or Discord or whatever. Protect dashboard or protected routes. Let's do that as well. Anything else? Just for this stream, like next 1 or 2 hours. Maybe I can do something else as well. Instead of authentication, maybe just the dashboard itself, like the core functionality. The private dashboard should have one-click app installer. So the one-click dashboard, it's like you can think of something like DigitalOcean, where you have when you create a new droplet, you get the option to choose a predefined image, which installs like Apache and WordPress for you. So that's the app installer that I gotta build. But instead of an image, it's I think probably Docker based, or at least some kind of containerization runtime. But I'm thinking let's do authentication first. Both are yeah, let's do authentication first. Let's create some new route. And this one should be protected. So right now we can visit that one, of course. But this should be protected behind authentication, or actually both authentication and authorization, of course. So I already know what I want to use for that, and that's this, which I think is kind of a hidden gem. I don't really see many people talk about it on Twitter. Everyone is talking about Clerk or Next Off, I mean Off.js and Lucia and Off Zero, other kind of stuff. Also seen some people talk about Keycloak, but it's pretty rare. But let's go ahead and implement it. Or create those. Looking from the docs. Hey, Jumper. Sorry if I missed your chat. I wish I could get notifications whenever I got a new chat message. But I'm not sure when you send this, or what you're referring to. But thanks for joining the stream. I think you're talking about the yeah, the off providers. Yes. Yeah, Ori's kind of yeah, like I said, a hidden gem, but it looks really promising. A friend of mine sent it to me for the first time that I heard of it as well, and I was like, wow, this looks pretty good. And it's open source. It is self-hosted. I mean, they also have a hosted solution, but it's purely headless, and it's like a whole suite of it's a whole suite of authentication or authorization related applications. Let me see if I can find the list actually. The, I don't know why, but they hide it pretty well for some reason. Was it here? Ah, here. But you got like these four major applications like Ori Kratos. This is an identity provider, I think, and it supports a lot of different methods of authentication. So I think you also get SSO if you need it. It just recently started supporting the WebAuthn API, I think. It's called this WebAuthn, I think, at least. Also hardware keys, I believe. That's also supported now. But you got, yeah, Ori Kratos, which like serves, I mean, the whole Ori stack philosophy, it just serves one purpose and they do it pretty well. So Kratos is like for identity management. You got Hydra, which you can plug into it. I forgot what it was for, but I think it was like for protecting API routes. And you got all these. There was a nice chart somewhere. Kinder. Yeah, I've seen a lot of advertisements about Kinder on Twitter. Oh, this is a Astro integration. Okay, I've seen a lot of advertisements about it, but I've never tried it actually. As far as I know, I think this is also a closed source hosted solution like Clerk, but I think they are a bit more generous in their free tier, if I recall correctly. I'm not too sure, but I just remember I haven't really looked into much, but I just remember that their Twitter advertisements are pretty funny. It's okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I haven't used Kratos yet, but my friend said good things about it. Actually, I've set it up before on my Debian server, but I haven't implemented it yet. This also is like purely headless. There is no UI for it. You gotta build it yourself pretty much. Unless if you use the hosted solution and if you want to pay, you know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There was a nice chart where they showed what each app did. I just can't find it. I think it was Quick Start actually. No, okay. I have no clue. There was a handy chart somewhere where they showed what each of these did. But yeah, maybe I'll come across it by accident while implementing it. Wait, what you say? Projects up at the top. No, not this. There was like a flowchart. But this is a good. No, it's not this. No. So weird. I've seen it a lot, but no clue where it is. Ah, here it is. Yes, the introduction, the first page, of course, very first page. So Ori is an identity management server. Ori Hydra is an OAuth 2.0 and OpenID Connect provider. So you can, like, if you want other people, like other third-party applications to log in with your service, you can do it with Hydra. Oathkeeper is an identity and access proxy. I'm not sure what this means, but I think this was the authorization application to protect routes. Or was it Keto? I'm not sure, but here's the flowchart I was talking about. So I got the user, the client. Okay, so Oathkeeper protects endpoints, I believe. I think this does the authorization. And Keto's permission role management. Okay, so I think you can implement role-based access controls with Keto. Kratos is for just purely identity, login, register, that kind of stuff. And Hydra is if you want to become an authentication provider yourself. And Oathkeeper to actually protect API routes, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I'm gonna get started with Kratos first. The APIs doesn't come with integrated access control. This means that all requests to the APIs are considered authenticated or authorized and will be executed leaving the... Okay. Let's go ahead with Docker. So I actually had a Docker Compose somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. Can get rid of this one. Yes. I made this one some time ago, but I can just copy these, whatever I need. Let's... There we go. Let's double check. No, it's pinned to a specific version. I'm not sure why it is pinned to a specific version, but Okay, I have no clue why I pinned this to a version. That's weird. I think it's because latest needs to look like the same ID. I think it's okay to keep it this way. I think these are like development branches or whatever. Get more into Docker, like I've used it, but only occasionally. Then usually when I come back to it, nothing. Yeah, that's what I mean. All the phrases good. Yeah. Using raw back in the day, same thing. You gotta leave your project for a week. Just won't work anymore. Yep. I mean, Docker is pretty nice, but yeah, maybe I should write a comment why I pinned this to a specific version. How do I make a hashtag? I mean, pound sign. This is latest as of time of writing. I have no clue why I pinned this to a specific version. What happens if I just do it like this? Or like latest? Then it should just pick the latest one and not the ones with the crazy hashes. But Docker itself is I really like it. Like I really enjoy working with Docker and I really like learning more about it. But the more you find out, the more you realize it's a very Linux native feature. Like you can already create containers without Docker at all, just in plain Linux. It's part of the kernel. And it's pretty cool to just learn about that stuff. At least that's what I think. Furthermore, there's something big in Windows. Yeah, WSL definitely made me a bit confused when I first started using it. But nowadays, if I use Windows, it is a must-have for me. Like, really must-have. And I just don't really like working on Windows in general. But I guess it's like the kind of the same with on macOS. If you use Docker, regardless if you're using macOS or Windows, you need a Linux virtual machine. And yeah, they work fine, really. But when I used Linux daily as my daily driver, using Docker like that is just simple as. And you don't need, I forgot to launch you don't need this stupid application as well. This one. Like I prefer not having this at all, but I think it's harder to set up Docker without the GUI than with. But let's actually try to build this. No, what was it again? Docker compose up -d. Okay. There was a way to only show specific columns when running this command, because this is plain unreadable. Was it filter? Like this. I have no clue. Anyhow, yeah, I didn't really use it much either. But it's alright, but I guess the thing just is like, if I don't use it, then, why have it? But it's not really that big of a deal, really. I think there are more important things. Um, I gotta black out my screen a bit, not to expose any secrets. What was it called? dbeaver. Database manager. There was actually a database manager that I wanted to try. So I use this to visually inspect databases. Like, that's the one thing that I do really like. But I should try to get used to using database with just the command line, just a terminal. But for now, I am addicted to this kind of stuff. But there was another application that I wanted to try, which is, I forgot the name. Let's see if I can quickly find it. Um, I think MacBone. I'm being called on the phone. Okay, I'm back, but unfortunately, I gotta start thinking about dinner and also gotta start thinking about dinner and also gotta go to the bathroom a bit. But then I'm ending the stream for now. I think I'm gonna start streaming again and continue coding, setting up the authentication uh, in a few hours, I hope. Or otherwise, maybe a late night stream and just code and chill. My time zone is Central European Standard Time, I believe. Yes, Central European Standard Time or summertime. I don't know what it stands for. But yeah, I'm gonna go now then and continue streaming later this evening. So thanks everyone for joining. I see there are 14 people watching on X, formerly Twitter. So thank you. Uh, thanks Jumper for jumping in and chatting as well. And the other viewer who just joined on Twitch, but unfortunately I'm about to stop.